This is the story of Mr. 10 Gears. He was born in Clapham Junction but moved to Tooting as a kid. He had attended Ernest Bevin Secondary School but was kicked out at year 8. The only other school that would take him was William Penn in South East London. A decent footballer, he was briefly in the books of both Crystal Palace and Millwall, but turned to a life of crime. By 16, he was doing street robberies and also robbing banks and post offices. In 2003, he did 21 months in prison for a street robbery. In 2006, he ended up receiving a 7-year IPP sentence, which is a life sentence, which meant he had to serve a minimum of 7 years for GBH on 2 police officers. He ended up doing 10 years in prison. Whilst inside, he got a degree in computer science and a diploma in economics and finance. He was finally released from prison in 2016. And as a talented rapper, released his first black box.
10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Okay, listen. Alright, yeah. Talk about parcels, breaking up big bits of food into marbles. On the beach, sea, large pools, but I'm from the street where my team plays for Arsenal, London. I can talk cause I'm round it, playing backgammon with some men at a fountain. Led it straight and I'm funny where the town is, and if you're getting money you should meet me at the mountain. Oof, listen, been far, crushing up grapes, France, vineyard. I don't think these boys understand that I've lived on 21, going on 30, Cristal. Trap star, listen, it's a secret. Jet ski along the river now. Egypt, day trip in Greece for the night. Eating sea fish, olive naan bread. Cheeky, woof. We can break food, link.
Just before he was released, he was in H&P Ford, where he met Bobby Kasanga. Yeah, that's me, by the way.
Really on the field now. Star midfielder on the ball, spread the field out. Seem to wonder why these women get intrigued.
When I was in Openjaw, Ford Open Prison, I met Bob, and he was saying he's going to make a football team. Every week, Saturday and Sunday, there would be 5-a-side, 7-a-side, but we had a grass. So me and him was battling for who's the best player in the jail. So there was like banter in the jail between like me and him, who's the best. So that's how we met. So it was kind of like a competition. We kept in contact. He got released, then I got released, and then he said he's made his team. So he's like, when you get a chance, come down.
When I was released, I was living in Hackney again. I said, you know what? I had the idea to start this football team. All these kids don't know about non-league football. I'm going to create a football team in this borough of Hackney, and I started within a month of my release. But the whole ethos around the football club was that you had to volunteer in the community. You couldn't just come to play football.
So from there, started training with the team, and then got into the league, and then I got made.
He soon became captain of Hackneywick FC's first team and played an instrumental part in the club's community efforts, whether it be volunteering by fundraising with the football club or by visiting prisons. He got a job on a railway track while still pursuing his music career.
I was in the room with Tree Man, this is where it all begins. No one can't talk about the road cause I was born in it. If you don't know about me, I'ma school you quick. Yeah, robbing shops, ask the mother man. First one to really make it rain, I used to stunt a man. Never
over years and I'm nursing. Mind injuries, it's like my body stopped working. It's not certain what the future has in store for the king, but it really ain't concerning. Coming from my ends, man are really gods. Hate promoting all this wishy-wash. Wait, I don't mind acknowledgement. Praise the real, cause we're
He then invested in himself, doing a managerial course in construction. When this was complete, he worked odd jobs for a year before getting an interview. He attended the wrong interview and it was for a completely different job. However, the interviewer liked him and told him to come back next week more prepared. At the interview, it was noted that he didn't have much experience, but he was completely honest about his history and what he was looking to do for the future. Well, he only went and got the job and now works as a construction manager. He now oversees 101 apartment blocks as part of a 299 apartment feature. It's part of a £105 million contract. He's been at the company now for around 6 months, and 4 months in, they paid for him to do another managerial course, which they're allowing him to do along with his work. He now captains the Hackneywick FC All-Star team as part of the YouTube series Blood Brothers. We'll let him have the final say as he raps about his transition.
10.
I got a meeting in the morning, so I suit up. Black hat, manager on site, black man. Hard to find someone on my caliber that's gifted. Signing off permits for the works, are you listening? Induction speech for the new lads coming in. Walk along the side to see that everything's in proper nick. PP on, it's yellow cards I'm giving out. Google translated cause the languages are different now. Year full of grinding, contracts and odd jobs. Then my chance came, shotty horror, I do not flop. Invested in myself to open doors, then I walk through. Saw myself right when I was sitting in the interview. Believe in yourself, the key is good wealth. I don't wanna hear I can't just breathe and excel, fam. Believe me, I failed. 10, it didn't even matter about degrees to the chill. Oof.